Room. Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and producer Josh Henning right here on 97.3 ESPN. It's June 3rd as we're heating up a little bit. Mike Carlin, good morning, fellas. What's happening?
Good to be here.
So we're trucking along here, and
a new person walked in.
A new person walked into the studio.
Yes.
Woo! Josh Henning.
Josh Henning, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see him.
Go to my website, the Locker Room Billy Schwein. You can watch the program there on my YouTube channel, and you can see Josh's new haircut. Now, Josh, full disclosure, what made you step out of your normal routine and go on the wild side? Get a little.
I don't know if it's wild. It's different.
It's a different haircut.
I like it.
I mean, I typically get this every summer.
Okay.
Nah, it's never been that pronounced.
Well, maybe you just don't remember it that much. It's not like you're looking at me every day, Billy, like, oh, what's Josh's hair like?
I see every Saturday.
You know, I'm not your type, Billy, so I'm sure that you're not looking at me that closely.
Thank God.
Well, I have never seen his head that shaved on the sides.
I like it.
It's like radical, dude.
It's radical. Well, it's like you ever see the girls that have perfect hair on one side and one side's completely shaved. Yeah. I mean, that's radical.
That's a horrible analogy for me. I reject that.
No, I'm saying that's not you. I'm saying that's radical. I like this. This is going to be.
Yeah, let's describe.
He walks in.
It's shaved on the side and on top.
Yeah, shaved very close.
Yeah,
and then he has hair on top.
It's a version of the fade cut.
But it's the type. Listen,
is that like a shark?
When you're Josh, you walk into a bar or a restaurant, you're going to get noticed in a good way. You don't want to be noticed in a bad way.
Right.
I think he walks into a bar now, and I think the females take a look and they do a double look.
Like they should always be taking a look at me. But.
Okay. So,
Mike Carlin, are you worried yet, Mike? Because you're the calming voice here. Take it easy. Guess what? I'm in full panic mode to the point that last night I'm watching the game. Now, there's nothing worse than settling in, turning your Phillies on, and seeing them down 7-0 after 3 innings
with your best pitcher.
With your ace on the mound.
With Wheeler on the mound.
It's a disgrace. When I saw the lineup yesterday and I saw Schwarber leading off, that was like, I just started laughing because he's trying anything.
Right.
Like, Schwarber's not.
Schwarber he had to go to him, but we talked about off the air that the manager doesn't even make the lineup. So he went somewhere to say, hey, guys, put me back in first. I want to try being the first.
And he gets a hit right off the bat.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, team.
You asked me the question. I'm definitely not how I was last year. Last year, I kept saying to myself, hey, this is a good team. We'll get our stuff together. We'll be okay. Just,
So do you think it's not a good team, or what is the issue for you, Mike?
The issue for me right now is there's other teams in our division. See, last year we could get away with not doing and then catch up to everybody. Now there's teams like Pittsburgh, Arizona.
You really think Pittsburgh is going to sustain this?
We're a third in.
It doesn't matter. Do you realize, guys?
Do you know
we're
now
in last place in the NL East?
We have 11 teams above us
being
right
where
now.
You see in the NL East doesn't matter because there's 3 wild card spots.
We have 11. We have 11 teams that are ahead of us right now.
Well, first of all, last year you were 5.5 games at this time out of the third wild card.
Now you're
spot.
what, 8, 9?
Right now you're 3.5.
Going into this weekend
in the wild card. Yeah. You can't look at the division. Forget the division.
Yeah, I don't look at.
You got to take the division and throw an idea. This isn't 1989 where you win the division or.
Well, here's the thing: if you look on, I'm not going to fault Dombrowski for this because you look on paper, like that's an all-star lineup.
The team's there. Yeah, it's like a basketball team.
Why are they not winning?
Yeah, everybody got on dock. If you don't make the shots, you don't make the shots.
Well, guys, how much do you factor in the injuries?
Painter was in it. You don't know what you were going to get out of him. So you can't. Rhys Hoskins, do they miss Rhys Hoskins that much?
Right. Maybe. I mean, Alec Boehm's out right now with a hamstring issue.
But he hasn't.
Right.
Trey Turner fouled the ball off his foot. He started the year without 2 of your 5 pitching starters. Bryce Harper didn't start the season until, what was it, like May 5th? So I mean, how much of this is just circumstances that are out of our control?
So it got so bad for me last night that I'm on Twitter and I'm texting some friends and the legendary Billy Werndell got a hold of me last night. We are going back and forth. I said, you know what? I got to get him on because he's been around for such a long time and has seen everything. Mm-hmm. I want to get his reaction, not only to the Phillies last night, but the Sixers, because the Sixers hired their new head coach, Mike Carlin.
Our boy Nurse is in
Nick
town.
Nurse, are you happy with that pick?
Oh, you have to be.
Was he the best pick for the Sixers?
In my mind, yes.
Is he the coach you wanted?
Yes, no doubt.
All right.
And I don't even know if there was a lot of names out there. I don't even know who else interviewed for this job.
Well, I can tell you who interviewed. Nick Nurse interviewed, Frank Vogel interviewed, and we know that Sam Cassell, he interviewed
in-house. That was an in-house guy.
Right, but he was still one of the 6. The original list was Nurse, Vogel, Mike Budenholzer, Sam Cassell, Monty Williams, and Mike D'Antoni.
Okay, but my question is, was that what the media came out with, or is that who the Sixers
that was
with?
The Sixers' initial 6.
Okay.
But then who they interviewed was Nurse, Vogel, Cassell, and Budenholzer.
But not only that, the rumor is, or they say that Nick Nurse wanted to come here out of all the jobs that he was probably going to be offered. He wanted to come to the Sixers, and we got some cuts that we're going to play. Not when we get back on the other side, we'll start to talk about that. But
he came here for a reason.
He came here for a reason.
He gave up other teams to come.
He thinks that he can get through to Joel Embiid because it all rests on Joel Embiid.
You think?
Because they might not even have Harden back.
Yeah, that's why to me it all rests on him.
Rest on Harden.
Yeah, if Harden doesn't come back, do you think you have a team next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How guys?
Well,
you guys tell me how.
You have to bring somebody in.
You can't. We're over the cap.
I hear Van Fleet's.
We don't have $20 million. We don't even have $20 million. Who are you going to bring in?
You can manipulate the cap. You can trade guys away.
So let me ask you this, Carlin.
Who do we got to trade? Who's going to take? We're going to get rid of Harrison. Harrison's trade bait.
Well, you got to dump his contract.
Let me ask you this question: With Joel Embiid, say Harden doesn't come back, they still make the 8, 7, 8 seed. Is a.
I'm not so sure.
You don't think they make the playoffs?
I'm not so sure about that.
Really?
Yeah, you got
the Miami Heat were the second most injured team in the NBA this year. They made the playoffs by the 8th seed
with a bunch of shooters. We don't have shooters.
In
the NBA, you gotta have shooters.
If Harden leaves, you're going to have about $8 million left over.
Yeah. What are you going to get? What are you going to get for $8 million? What are
you going to get for $8 million?
You're being cynical. You're being cynical. Did you not see the Lakers uphold their entire roster at the trade deadline this year and make a run to the conference finals?
Yeah. I'm just, you guys.
Sports
are
weird. Weird things happen.
They are, but if you're asking me, I think the Sixers will be a good team with Embiid. You got an MVP. But they're not. But if you didn't get past the second round this year with Embiid and Harden and Maxey, and you think you're going to go further next year without one of them,
24, not this year, but the following year. See, they could go. They go to battle with what they have right now on their roster, minus James Harden.
Yeah.
The following year is when there's a good amount of free agents, more attractive free agents available next year than there are this year.
And you can't aim for that. You got to aim to win now.
Yeah.
And
he came to win now. That's what he said.
And part of the thing is
that's what he said.
Maxey is 22 years old. Don't we all believe that he is elevating?
Star in the making.
So if he's a star in the making, isn't it time to let him be that star in the making?
With the ball in his hands.
Right.
That's what I want.
Because you lost 2 games to the Celtics because James Harden was doing what? Dribble.
Between the legs, back and forth.
I don't want James Harden on this team. If you think you can win a championship with James Harden, then you and I didn't watch the same James Harden this past year.
I agree.
All right, fellas, in the second hour, we have the Beach Patrol report because it is summertime. The unofficial start of summer.
It's certainly humid enough to feel like summertime.
Yeah. So, and by the way, we had a hellacious thunderstorm last night where I lived in Collins. It was unbelievable.
Nothing in South Jersey.
I had my door and windows open and everything. This lightning bolt came down right at the corner. I scared the heck out of me. Like I thought my house was falling down.
What is the Garth Brooks song? The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes.
Oh my gosh! All right. So we had the Beach Patrol report in the second hour. We're going to talk with the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. We're going to talk with them. Ventnor has their rookie test today, so we'll talk to David Funk, and then we'll also get a report from a former lieutenant from the Ocean City Beach Patrol, and part of the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association, John McShane, will call in from Ocean City as Ocean City's having their test. So we got a lot to talk about. We only have 2 hours to do it, Carlin.
We got a lot to talk about, and I think we're going to bump our heads a couple times, but we'll be good.
All right, and then we have to obviously talk about the NBA and NHL championships are started, the Nuggets and the Heat. We'll get into that. We'll talk about, how about Miami, man? They got both their winner teams are in the playoffs.
It's nice to be in Miami right now. I like to be in Miami.
Is that all you? Here's Carlin. It's nice to be in Miami.
Yeah, right now. I'm actually talking about with my son to go on Wednesday night to Miami.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Go down to the game?
We may just go.
All that. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get it going. We're in a 3-point stand. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shore to Center City and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari's Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs. Daily specials are open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. Get down there and say hello to the bartenders, Kim and Renee. Thursday night is wing night, $1 wing, $2.50 domestic drafts, live music every Friday night. Hey, if you want to book a private party, give my good friend Dave Lavari a call, 609-628-2225. When we return, we'll have more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin on 97.3 ESPN.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, interleague rivals go head-to-head at Dodger Stadium.
Judge swinging, drive, deep left field, way out of here.
Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees continue a West Coast trip in Los Angeles, where they'll face Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers.
Freeman, center field, out of here.
The New York Yankees at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern.
Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
16 enrolled,
enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
Well, it's a patented key ingredient called testofen. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. It's backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
You're listening to The Locker Room. Yeah, free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live to the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Swan, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig with his new haircut. He's ready for the summer, Carlin.
Look out, ladies. Here he comes.
Hey, tomorrow, we got a very special show tomorrow.
You do.
Former Philadelphia Flyer current head coach of the St. Louis Blues, Craig Berube, the Chief, will be with me tomorrow here in the locker room. And what we're going to do tomorrow? We're going to open up the text board and the phone lines tomorrow. So if people want to call and ask Craig Berube questions.
He's great, too.
Yeah.
Because he tells you all the things behind the scenes that you just don't know, that you can ask him. And you know
he's
what?
Honest. He's not going to
he doesn't hold back.
No.
He's going to tell you exactly how it's working, how the NHL works, and tell you everything behind the scenes, and he don't hold back. I love him.
He'll also get on Billy's case half the show, too.
He's a beauty, I got to tell you. So he'll be in town tonight, actually. He'll be in Ocean City, but tomorrow we're looking forward to that. Now, I'm just, like, I get so excited. I look so forward to getting in front of the TV last night, settle in for the Phillies, and I was such a letdown.
Well,
Mike,
listen, we had Wheeler on the mound.
Right.
He just come off pitching 8 innings.
We just got swept by the Mets.
Yeah, but his last outing against Atlanta was a gem.
It was incredible.
He could have won a complete game. They just don't want to do it. He was 8 innings. So we're thinking, hey, let's get back on track here.
Right.
Boom. They 7 runs, 8 hits, and didn't even get through the 4th inning.
Do they really miss Rhys Hoskins that much?
Not one guy.
Well, a couple things. One, can we just add the fact that there were 2 plays that should have been made? And I don't know if all those earned runs should have been dinged on Zach Wheeler. Schwarber and Marsh both missed balls in the outfield
but that
they should have made.
Castellanos, the one that he dropped in right field, was up against the wall. He still should have had it.
Right, Castellanos too, but I'm thinking more so Schwarber misreading the ball in the air and getting there too late and it being just out of his reach. And then Marsh, he should have made that play in center field. At some point, like, you need your teammates to do their job, right, Billy? Like,
I agree with you, Josh.
There's got to be, like, Batalico was screaming on the post game last night. I agree with 100%. Where's the player accountability on this team? Where is the guy grabbing the other players? Like, you go back to 2008. Who was monitoring that locker room was guys like Chase Utley. Telling guys to put up or shut up.
Guess what? Tommy Green said that last week when they had Macho Rowe in 93.
Yeah, Dalton.
You had to worry if you made a mistake. You had to answer to Darren Dalton and Dave Hollins.
Yeah, because they would literally get in your face. And I'm just wondering, like, where's the guy? Now, look, it was great they made a comeback last night. It was great they came back and tied the game 7.
Yeah, but they tied it on an error.
It doesn't matter. You still found a way to get back into the game, but then you let the game go at the end. So it's like you put in all that effort. You're down 7-1. You fight back into the game, and you still let it slip away. And it's like after the game, Zach Wheeler's all melancholy, like, yeah, I just didn't have it today. Like, no, you can't.
And that goes
have that
and that
attitude.
goes back to Mike Carlin's, like, his demeanor when it comes to the way you think about baseball in the early going. I kept saying, and I even wrote in the article for 97.3ESPN.com that Josh edits, and he did a fabulous job. When do we start to worry, Mike?
I'm worrying now.
Now you're starting to
Yeah, I'm
worry.
starting
This
to
time
worry.
last year, you weren't.
I wasn't. I was. I said get
What's
to July.
different? Well, let me ask you this question then.
I just have a feeling that something is definitely wrong with this team, and I'm not so much of a baseball guy to tell you exactly what that is. But I know we have the players on this team to win. We got the pitching on this team to win. We got the manager to do this.
Now, Bryce Harper's had
got all these things, but nothing. Guys, they've won 5 in the last 18 games.
Right. But
we're going backwards.
Listen, Bryce Harper, he's even had 2 players meetings, and that hasn't worked.
Yeah, well, you know what? Something I was thinking, sometimes you can have too many stars on a team.
Right.
That when stuff isn't going good, one star doesn't want to speak up against another star kind of thing.
Right, because nowadays you're worried about showing people up.
Right.
Because of the money.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, you got 2 guys.
It's almost like you're on your own, but we got to do this together.
Trey Turner and Harper. Over $300 million. Who's going to tell them?
Right.
I'm not blaming.
And the guy that led the last year in home runs, Kyle.
Schwarber.
No, yeah. Well, isn't his first name Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah. I mean, no one's going to go up to
him. Well, you
and
just say Kyle. The audience doesn't know you're talking about.
He's batting he's batting 166. Is anybody going to say? There's no player on the team that's going to go up to Schwarber.
That's my point. Yeah, that's my point.
Is Robbie Thompson too much of a player's manager? Because do we see any fire out of him?
I don't know if you need to see fire.
They fired Joe Girardi this time last year.
Yeah, well, but
and now they're not going to be able to fire. They're not going to be able to fire Robbie Thompson.
Yeah, but why do you need to fire a manager all the time to fix the problem?
I'm not.
At some point, the players got to put up or shut up.
Josh, that's my point. I'm saying you can't fire him.
And sometimes the other teams get better too. We're always worrying about us getting
better. Guys, do you realize
the other teams in this league are better?
Let this sink in. We're in last place in the NL East.
Yeah. We got 11 teams that are ahead of us right now.
We got 11 teams ahead of us, Mike.
Look, I will say, because I did the research, because Rob Thompson made a comment the other day that I do want to fact check, because Thompson said that every team that's won the NL, the National League, the last few years has gone into June with a losing record.
That's right. The Nationals did it in
2018, the Dodgers started the year 17-30.
Right.
In 2019, the Nationals started the year 24-33. In 2021, the Braves started the year 25-26. Then we know last year's Phillies were, 23-27.
And you got to remember too, Mike, we didn't get into the playoffs to the very last day.
Last weekend.
Against the Astros.
Doesn't matter.
Only because the Milwaukee. I understand.
Only because Houston had nothing to play for.
And not only that, the Bucks, or excuse me, the Milwaukee Brewers, they lost.
So did you see the teams that are in our National League? That's what I'm saying about better teams. Right now, doesn't mean at the end of the year are going to be better. But did we think, and Josh said same thing, Pittsburgh Pirates are off to a great start. Do we think they're going to keep it up?
No.
I don't know. Okay. But I know where they are right now, better than us, that we didn't count on.
Exactly.
Did we think the Arizona Diamondbacks were going to be better than us? No. But are they? Yeah, they are. And we're not even talking about teams that we know are going to get good. Padres are a really good team. Off to a bad start, just like us.
Right.
These are all teams that are ahead of us that I don't know, even if we get on a run, it was a Tommy Green last year. Sometimes you can fall too far behind.
That's right.
And then have a great August and September and come up 2 games short saying, yeah, but look how we started the season.
Here's the thing. I see 4 teams ahead of the Phillies that are all not as good as the Phillies when they're right. The Pirates being one of them, the Marlins, the Giants, and the Reds.
I can't believe the Marlins. I mean, we're in last place in the NL East. I just can't get
with that team.
With this team, there's no excuse.
Marlins actually have a worse run differential than the Phillies.
By the way, every Sunday we go on the mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for Designated Drivers. One thing I love about Tommy Green, he's another guy that tells it like it is. He don't sugarcoat anything. Right?
I don't know. I really don't know what to do at this moment. And I keep telling myself it's early. It's first week of June. But
you can't say
something just doesn't seem right with this team. And I can't put my pin on exactly what it is. But we had the players.
Josh, 93 had Macho Rowe, 93 Phillies.
Right.
2008 had Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins,
Shane Victorino.
These are high character guys that won. Like looking back on that 2008 team, they had a purpose, a mission. You could feel that they wanted to win.
They rallied all together and said, "We're a team.
We're a team." I'm not getting that feeling right now. Right now, I look at like Trey Turner And look, baseball is a funny game, right? It's a game of failure. It's a game of slumps.
Yeah.
Getting hot. Just right now, when you're losing, everybody
snowballs.
It's snowballs. I mean, it's not. It's you can. Schwarber 166. Turner is not playing well. Now you got Realmuto. He's batting 249. His average is dropping like a rock. They're not getting timely hitting. They're leaving people on base. Too many runners in scoring position.
But everything he just said, it's not the manager's fault. That's all players' faults.
That's right.
It's not the manager's fault.
Right. On the other side, we're going to talk with legendary Philadelphia broadcaster. Actually, he was out in San Diego for a while. Billy Werndell's going to call in. I'll tell you what, talk about a wealth of knowledge. We're going to get his take on it because I know he's going to go.
He'll have it.
He'll go off.
Yeah, he'll have it.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati of the Main Line, located in Devon, PA. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by there to experience it for yourself with class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features. The Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. When we return, we'll talk with Billy Werndell. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The NBA Finals on ESPN Radio.
Jokic scores! 27, 10, and 14.
The Denver Nuggets continue to roll, winning Game 1 at home. Can they make it 2 straight? Or will Jimmy Butler and the Heat bounce back to tie the series up at 1? The Finals, Game 2 of the Nuggets and Heat, presented by Indeed. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Listen to the NBA Finals exclusively on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's the Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for a military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
We got Verizon 5G home internet. It's from Verizon. Safe choice, right?
Well, some things that look great end up being not so great.
Like the time you bought a shrimp roll from a gas station.
Or when you bought that used sports car.
What about when we got Billy that drum set?
The point is, Verizon 5G home internet sounded great,
but turned out to be something else. And we deserve fast, reliable internet. We deserve Xfinity.
It's time for better internet. Switch to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/Verizon 5G Facts. Now through June 21st, get started with 200 megabit per second Xfinity internet with Wi-Fi equipment included. All just $25 a month for 2 years. Go to xfinity.com/Verizon 5G Facts. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Compares Xfinity Connect More to Verizon 5G home plan.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and the producer with his new haircut, Josh Henning, here in the studio as we get you ready for the weekend in sports. But look, last night, watching the game, I told you, I'm like, you get pumped up to watch a good Phillies game. You get the ace on the mound, and then we're down 7-0. So I see the legendary Billy Werndell on Twitter. He's hot. We start texting one another, and I said, you know what? I got to get him on. So a late addition to the show. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome a legendary radio personality,
Hall of Famer,
Billy Werndell. Good morning, Billy.
Billy Schwein, have a bottle of wine and Big Mike. What's happening, boys?
Hey, Billy, I could have just, I heard your voice ringing in my ear. I'm watching the game, you're watching the game, like all of us were. And I could just hear you, with your deep tone of voice, ripping what's going on out there. Billy, they look anemic. This team it looks like there's no leadership on this team. The Phillies are playing horrible baseball.
Well, they're in last place for the Washington Nationals, who have a JV squad in Major League Baseball. The one thing that bothers me about the whole ball club, their defense is horrible. Their starting pitching is subpar. The bullpen will be blown out by July. And when you have defensive liabilities like Schwarber and Castellanos in your corner outfield position, you can have one guy. I mean, Greg Luzinski wasn't a gold glove left fielder, but he did an adequate job, and he was a good athlete. Schwarber is not a very good athlete. That's the big problem with Schwarber right now. And Castellanos is not a right fielder. He's a left fielder. So they have to buy their time because Harper won't be back probably in the field until August, if then. And they have a lot of issues. This club's got a lot of issues. Runners in scoring position, poor base running. It's a myriad of things. And you can't blame the manager. These guys have got to be held accountable. I mean, they're not making $11.99 an hour. These guys are all making big, big money. And the outfield, they have more butchers in the outfield than Dietz and Watson has.
Billy,
don't hold back, Bill.
But you can't blame Dombrowski. I mean, on paper, you look on paper.
You can't blame Dombrowski. What do you mean, Billy Schwein?
But Billy, on paper, this team, you look on paper, this team's one of the best teams in baseball.
Paper, Billy, you can put paper in the trash can, all right? That's what you can do with paper, all right? And throw it out in the trash on Thursday. I mean, Dombrowski, everybody's lauding him as a great GM. He spends a lot of money. The farm system's not producing. He's been there for a couple of years. You'd think we'd have a couple of players coming up that can play baseball. The pitching, we don't have a fifth starter. You'd probably go to the beach in Atlantic City and find a fifth starter.
We're talking with legendary sports broadcaster Billy Werndell. Of course, Billy's never at a loss for words. Billy, I mean, first of all, Dombrowski's only been there. He's been there, what, 2.5 years, technically, right? So
Yeah,
that's not long enough to get your minor league system straightened out?
You should be able to produce a player or two, don't you think? In 2.5 years.
I mean, they would have had Andrew Painter, but he's hurt.
Yeah, but you can't depend on one guy, Billy. Come on. I mean, you got to depend on more than one guy. The Dodgers lose pitch, but they dial 911. There's another pitcher up. Other franchises do it. I mean, they spend money. But, it's unbelievable. And I'll tell you another thing. It really bothers me. Cale Cotham, career minor league pitcher. All right, I'm not impressed with the way he's dealing with these pitchers. And that the other thing is the analytics. That building that they spent $14 million, they ought to blow that damn thing up, because analytics has ruined the game of baseball. Yeah. The Phillies have bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, and we're seeing the results right now. The strikeout is not looked at as a bad thing. It's okay to strike out 200 times in a year. Let me give you a couple of stats, my friend. How many times do you think Babe Ruth struck out 100 times in a season?
How many times did he do it? Never.
Yeah, how many times?
Never.
How about Ted Williams?
Never.
Right. This strikeout thing drives me crazy. When you have 11, 12 strikeout, you're not putting the ball in play. You're not putting pressure on the infielders and outfielders. You have to put the ball in play, not swing for the fences. The two-strike approach is horrific. I mean, when you have two strikes, you got to shorten your swing and go with a pitch. These guys are swinging for their heels.
Well, they had to change. Look, they had to change the game, the rules of the game. You can't shift because players couldn't learn how to go the other way and hit the ball to where the players aren't. So they had to change the rules.
They're taught that. They're taught that, just like pitching. Here's pitching, Billy Swine and Mike. They talk about pitching. When you were a pitcher back in the day, people say I'm from prehistoric time. The dinosaurs roared the earth when I was born. The whole deal. All right? I'm looking at pitchers. They don't develop pitchers. Here's the philosophy. Throw as hard as you can for as long as you can. That is a lot of bull. Right. Absolute bull. You have to develop a pitching theory, a pitching concept. You got to learn how to work the ball in and out, up and down. That is a mark of a pitcher. The great pitchers. I mean, you look at the great pitchers, Warren Marichal, Sandy Koufax. They were pitchers, and I hate when they go to the bullpen. Oh, he threw 100 pitches. His arm must be tired. It's going to fall off. Or, our analytics said that if he throws over 100 pitches, he's not going to be effective the last time. You saw what happened in the World Series with Tampa Bay and the Dodgers a few years ago. They took Snell out of the game. He was going through the Dodger lineup incredibly. Yeah. They couldn't even get the bat on the ball. What happened? They took him out, and the Dodgers won the game.
I remember.
Give me a break with these analytics. Give me a break.
So, Billy, it's Michael.
In the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, Mike.
So, quick question. Last year, I was like the voice of reason, and I said, guys, everybody relax at this time of year. In my mind, like spring season, spring training is like
you're not going to win it. You're not going to win it there, but
yeah, for me, the season starts like in June. By July, you know what you have, kind of thing. This year, I literally something's just not right with this team where I don't have that same feeling. Where last month I was having that feeling. Now I'm starting to think something's definitely wrong with this team. But we got the players, we got the coach, we got everything that we want. We just can't figure out when does the season get to you? Will you really start? Are you worrying now, or are you still thinking we have a chance?
I'm absolutely worried. I took 2 Advils. I took a pitch to right last night.
All right, because there's other teams in this league that we never thought that we had to worry about. But now all of a sudden, forget about the Braves and the Mets. Now you got the Pittsburgh Pirates playing out of their minds. They're in the running.
How about the Marlins? The Marlins got a good young
team. The Marlins are ahead.
Right?
Arizona. I mean, there's other teams that we're like right now. We have 11 teams that are ahead of us for the playoffs, and we went into it saying no matter what our season's like, we know we're going to get one of the 6 with the wild card. I can't guarantee that no more.
Another thing that has cheapened sports beyond cheapened sports. This wild card picture in baseball. I say the 2 best teams in the National League, the 2 best teams in the American League. And I hate interleague play. I hate it. I hate the DH, the whole deal. But that's the way. But football is the same way. Hockey, basketball. I hate having an ace seed going to the championship in the NBA. Ace seed. Come on.
With 7 undrafted players.
7 undrafted players. You just have to get hot at a certain time. Yeah. We have cheapened the postseason beyond cheap, but the owners are all about money. Let's have everybody in the postseason. That'll make it even better.
Everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner. Everybody gets a trophy, Billy. We're talking with legendary sportscaster, radio sportscaster, Billy Werndell. He wrote a book called No Curveballs, My Greatest Sports Stories Never Told. And I know you got a plethora of sports stories, Billy, but let's turn our attention to the Philadelphia 76ers. They just hired Nick Nurse. What do you think, Billy?
Well, he's got to get through to Embiid, and I hate the rumors that they're going to bring James Harden back.
Oh.
What was this, a retirement home?
Oh,
I mean, come on, give me a break.
I hope you're wrong, Bill. I'm praying you're wrong.
Doesn't have much left in the tank. And Embiid, I'm going to tell you something. If you look at Jalen Hurts, he's committed to being a better player every year. Does Joel Embiid have that same attitude? I want to be better and better every year. He misses 14, 15 games a year. He misses a couple of playoff games. You know, I had the opportunity to see Wilt Chamberlain play. Wilt Chamberlain played 47.5 minutes every night. And then didn't have the luxury travel, the whole deal. Embiid, you know, he's flopping on the floor. I have real questions about if he'll ever win a championship. You see that kid from Denver, Doncic. He is a hell of a player. He understands the game. When they get double teamed, he doesn't put the damn ball on the floor.
Yeah.
He gets rid of it. I mean, Embiid's trying to be, you know, Magic Johnson out there. This team has a long way to go. And I don't think Nick Nurse, Alex Hannum, Red Auerbach could put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
So, Billy, are you a hardened believer to bring him back, or would you like to see him walk out the door?
I would love to see him walk out the door. See you later.
Yeah.
I'll even take him to the airport.
Yeah, that's how I
Hey,
feel.
Billy, what about Joel Embiid? I mean, you just said you don't think he's ever good enough to win a championship. So if that's the case, why don't you move him out too and restart the process?
Well, that was that's really. Let me ask you this, gentlemen.
I'm not a process guy, though, Billy. Either.
Let me ask you this question right now. Sam Hinkie ruined this franchise.
No doubt.
For 4 years, it was a complete disaster. Am I right?
Yeah, I agree.
Who do they hire? They bring in Daryl Morey, who Sam Hinkie was a disciple of. I blame Josh Harris for all these missteps. He's in too many businesses. He owns the Devils. He owns the Washington Commanders. He owns the Sixers. He's not committed to winning basketball games. He's into making as much money as he can.
Yeah, he said the Sixers are his number one priority.
Oh, give me a break. He'll say that in Washington about the Commanders, and he'll say that in Jersey. Come on. You're not buying that, are you?
No. I'm just trying to push your buttons, Billy.
Well, yeah, I should push one of your buttons. You're looking for Mel Kiper. My cousin Jerry Werndl said, you're looking for Mel Kiper's number. Jerry, does he realize that I started, along with Tom Hepler and Jim Sabo, our lads guy in the NFL draft? If you're going to talk draft, why don't you get me on the air? And then, you know, you threw me to the curb.
Billy, I didn't do that.
Dead fish.
Billy, we always love having you on. You keep it real, and we'll have you on for
Keep it real.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you keep it real.
Let me tell you something. if the Phillies apply today, they could get federal funds.
All right, Billy. Listen, man, you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Talk to you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
There he is, Billy Wardell on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. I happen to think that, like Josh Harris, like he said, Josh Harris is about money. He's not. He probably goes,
I love
that doesn't bother you.
I love that whole concept with Billy, and I think he was right on everything.
Yeah.
Until the very end. I didn't. I think you ever watch Josh
he goes
Harris?
up. He goes up to New Jersey. He probably says the same thing to them. The
I don't
Devils
care.
are my number one.
You know what I
priority.
care about when I turn on a Sixers game?
Right.
Every home game he's there. How many owners do you think in the NBA don't miss a game? Not many. He does not miss a game. Away games, the big games,
yeah,
he's there in the first
All
row.
right. Okay.
To me, if you're all about money, you don't care what your team's
Right.
playing or who they're playing.
Okay.
He shows me that he does care.
So
I do need to make a correction because there was something that Wendell said that's actually factually inaccurate.
Another general manager was in the middle.
Yeah, because people were very, and I don't, maybe Billy was emotional, so he wasn't really thinking it through. Schweim knows how Billy Wendell feels. You get emotional, you're not thinking through. But Hinkie was not here running the process for 4 years.
No.
What happened is he
started it.
He definitely started it.
Yeah, Jerry.
But you had Jerry Colangelo was brought in by the NBA.
Right.
They pushed Hinkie out. They hired his son, who traded away all the draft picks, all the assets. He's the one who fumbled Fultz and Simmons, and then got on TV and argued with Michael Barkan about injuries. Remember that fiasco? What am I, a doctor? Like, he embarrassed this franchise way more than anything else that I have ever seen. And the fact that people are so quick to forget about that embarrassment, maybe people just drank their way through the Colangelo years, but I'll never forget it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. One thing about Billy Wendell, he's been around a lot.
Right.
He's seen it all.
And I love how he talks from his heart.
Yeah.
He tells you what he thinks.
Listen, he's passionate like you are, Billy, and I appreciate that.
So
I think that there's a lot of people who feel the way he does.
So let me tell you why he's breaking my stones about Mel Kiper. I went to a U.S. Air reunion because I used to work with his nephew, Jerry Wendell. And I said, yo, man, I've been trying to get in touch with Billy. I want to get Mel Kiper on for during the draft, just to have another. He took it personally because Billy Wendell he started the draft like back in '82. He was the first guy to do what Mel Kiper does. But Mel Kiper's, so I had asked Jerry Wendell to have him call me, and he got tweaked.
Yeah, man. You move on.
Yeah.
Just move on.
I just wanted to let you guys know why.
We should move on with this show too. At that point, after that story.
All right, the first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine. That's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Here's what you missed on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Back in the day, I was a casino manager, and Mr. Johnson came in one night. And he was wearing his own football jersey.
Hey, what team
it
was
was
this?
a Jet. It was 1999. We just thought it was odd that he was wearing his own jersey.
He really got me out there looking like a lame. Man, please, Dave, stop it.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stopped, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass? Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
Go shorty, it's our birthday. We gonna party like it's our birthday. Go to Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City this summer for our 5th birthday celebration. Go for the parties and the payouts. Go for the dining and the unwinding. Go for the memories that will last a lifetime. Go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City all summer long. For the full birthday lineup, visit theoceanac.com/5. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. I love my my Volkswagen. He's got great pickup. Toms River Volkswagen, I got it from.
Yeah.
Great car.
So you got a new one?
Well.
Because the other one was being worked on.
Yeah. So it's good. But I love it. It's got great pickup. Great car.
How long do you think you'll have this one?
I don't know. Come on.
Until they fix the other one?
Well, but I mean, all the cars, I like the Tiguan, the Teos, and the Atlas is a nice car.
Nice.
You see them everywhere. There's a lot of them on the road because they're good cars. Hey, I want to throw a shout out to the Holloway boys. They're out in Ocean City working on their house today. And, of course, Johnny Greiner from Berger Realty, who's a part of Sal Palantonio. He sponsors Sal Palantonio during the Sports Bash with Mike Gill. Johnny got me into a place in Ocean City for the summer.
Got a house.
He got a house.
Yeah.
Got me a house.
Berger
Berger Realty.
Your daughter's going to be very happy.
Yes. Well, I'm down here working.
Right.
So I need a place.
Josh, he's working.
He's working.
Did you hear that? I'm down here working.
I'm not down here playing.
Okay.
Down here working.
You breaking a sweat? Okay, Bill. All right. Let's leave it at that and move on. Okay.
Guys, coming up in the next hour, we got to get more into the hiring of Nick Nurse.
Well, we're gonna do that, Josh.
And Billy, I want to ask you, how do you feel like when you hear Nick Nurse as the Sixers head coach? Just give me your gut.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I'm thinking to myself, with the amount of money that these players make, like
how do they listen to the coach?
Yeah, Sproulster, you can see that he outcoached Mazzani. How do you say the Boston's coach name? Mazziani?
Missoula. Joe Missoula.
He outcoached him. Like there's not too many coaches in the NBA that are
left like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when all these candidates were coming up, I'm thinking, I wasn't opposed to anyone. Like Nick Nurse would have been a good one, but I was the former coach in Phoenix Suns, Monty Williams, right?
Yep.
I was in favor of him. Vogel, I guess Vogel would have been. I mean, I really wasn't opposed to anybody
because all those three guys have one thing in common:
one championship. The guy from Phoenix didn't win.
Hasn't won.
But he was coach of the year.
They've both coached major stars.
Right.
You need someone that can come into this locker room and say,
Well,
"Hey,
you got to be a psychologist, basically."
Well, when we come back and we talk more about Sixers,
yeah, we're going to get into Sixers.
You're going to hear a lot about this coach that I'm going to tell you about. It's different than what we have right now.
That's why you're my basketball guy. All right. So on the other side, we're going to get into a lot more Sixers talk. We'll touch on a little Eagles. They're at OTAs. And, of course, at the bottom of the hour, we have the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. We're going to be talking with the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk, and former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane. All that and more. Second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? Well, go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
He was just texting his mom he'd be home soon. He never arrived. She was just telling a friend about her engagement. The wedding didn't happen. He just wanted his friends to hear that one song. They never did. She just wanted to hand her a quick snack. She didn't see the stop sign. Their families just wish they decided to just drive. Please don't drive distracted. From the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you, with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Trio North Wildwood is where casual elegance meets delectable dining. Experience the perfect blend of comfortable atmosphere and gourmet cuisine. Savor our chef-inspired dishes made with the freshest ingredients, featuring options for all tastes. Treat yourself to a night out at Trio North Wildwood and indulge in the ultimate dining experience. Reservations on Resi. Don't miss out on the taste sensation that is Trio North Wildwood. 700 New Jersey Avenue, North Wildwood. Chef-driven, quality-focused, TrioNW.com.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
Well, it's a patented key ingredient called Testofen. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. It's backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321-321. That's ROCK to 321-321.
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Yeah, I caught my first fish, Dad.
Great job, buddy. He's a beauty.
Thanks for taking me fishing. Love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
The exchange you just heard didn't actually happen, but it could. Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive, and you could use the savings to make sure the boat's always ready for those magical father-son moments. Who knows, maybe someday he'll actually like fishing. So keep the dream alive and the savings coming with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
Powerball is now up to $262 million. With a jackpot win like that, you could become the CEO of the business you've always wanted to start. Why not take a chance on the Powerball? Anything can happen in Jersey.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
touchdown,
Sixers,
good,
and Flyers.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Set, red 83.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning keeping us on the air, pushing the buttons.
Looking good, too.
Right? He's looking good. He's all coiffed up with his new haircut.
Look at, yeah. Where are you going tonight, Josh? Where are you going tonight?
We're going to go to Sea Isle because next week we're going to be broadcasting live at the new
Saturday.
Captain Chucky's over there at 4111 Landis Avenue in
Come
Sea
see
Isle
us.
City.
Yeah,
So-
for those who don't know, so you just come in on the boulevard in Sea Isle, JFK Boulevard. You hang a right at the light where Landis Avenue is, and boom, we're there on the left.
It's going to be a great show. We have a big show lined up.
I'm just glad that you're coming to my town for once, Billy.
Yeah.
You constantly spend all your time in
We're
every
going out
other
after.
town
I never went
at
to
the
Sea Isle
Jersey
that much.
Shore.
I never went to Sea
Now
Isle
you get to
that
come to my town.
Because when I was growing up, Summers Point was the place, and Market.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, it was like closer proximity because you didn't want to drive all the way down that.
Because you may not make it
Yeah,
back.
that's
You're
like the
not gonna make
gauntlet.
it back. Yeah.
But you got Sea Isle's a rocket place.
I think Sea Isle's great.
Jason Kelsey loves Sea Isle.
Yes, he does.
Oh, they'll be coming back. He'll be doing his Eagles
He already,
thing.
well,
yeah.
he did it already. Then he was at a bartender.
No,
last week.
no. Well,
No, it's coming
no,
up.
no, no. It's later this month. He's
Yeah.
going to be back
Late
in
June.
Sea Isle.
So next week we're going to be doing that tomorrow on the program. Former
Berube.
Flyer winger and current head coach of the St. Louis Blues, Stanley Cup winning coach Craig Berube will sit in here with us, and we'll talk sports. Of course, Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds will be here, and we'll talk to Chief about a myriad of things. in
I just hope that Danny and Andrew make it out of here alive with Berube.
I just
you're Craig's used to you, Billy. He's used to me.
You know who we played golf with yesterday?
Who?
The Chief.
Who?
The new president of the Sixers, Keith Jones,
Oh, yeah?
Jonesy.
and I think Briere, and I think Holmgren.
Oh, you mean Flyers. You said
Yeah.
Sixers.
Oh, did I
Flyers.
say Sixers?
Yeah.
Well, he's about the new Sixers head coach.
Well,
So-
that's because I'm thinking Sixers, but he golfed. See, it's a fraternity, right?
Yeah.
He golfed there. Yeah, who knows what's being discussed?
Right.
Right?
The best story, and I tell a lot of people, Billy, you're part of this story. I mean, I'll never forget it because I'm thinking how locked in the players are, how
Right.
locked in the coaches are. So you take me to a Flyers game like 2 years ago, and all of a sudden I see you on your phone, and the Flyers game. Like usually the visiting team comes out first.
Right.
Flyers are on the ice, and I'm looking at the clock, and the clock's like under 2 minutes. I'm like, is the other team? Am I joking? Is the other team showing up? And you're like, let's see. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm texting. I'm at Billy. He's not looking at his phone. I said, we're going to be playing in a minute and a half. The clock's again. And all of a sudden you say, he just got back to me and said,
blankety blank.
yeah, blankety. I can't say it. And I was like, that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Well, you know how that started? I'll never forget this. It was on the West Coast. It was when he first started coaching with the Blues. I just happened to be hitting the channels, and there he was. They had a picture of him standing behind the bench,
Yeah.
and he had a black jacket, a white shirt, and a black tie. And it was literally like, I think they were end of the first period. They get ready to walk off. And I text him, "You look like a blankety blank busboy."
He didn't like
He
that.
got back to me like literally 2 minutes later, blankety blankety blank.
Yeah. It's just amazing. Amazing.
But he's a good guy. And
Great guy.
Definitely a good guy.
he's a great guy. So we'll have him in here tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to open up the phone lines and the text board at 609-403-0973 if you want to send us the text today. Because we're going to right now, let's talk a little Sixers and let's talk about Nick Nurse. We're going to play some clips and we'll be able to discuss, like maybe go into depth a little bit, analyze what he said. Because, by the way, I think it's just all lip service, like spin when these coaches come up. What do you think they're going to say?
How can you know what he's going to do? And no matter what question you ask him, unless he knew already that Harden is coming back,
right?
How can you ask him how next season is going to be when you don't know your
don't
second
even know
star
what
player,
right.
what you have?
And you heard Wendell, he wants him to walk. He wants Harden to walk.
Me too. I'm not paying him
I
$50 million.
I think most Sixer fans, if they're rational, they don't want Harden back.
Yeah. Or at the right price. He's not going to play for the right price.
You guys, I know you don't want him back. He did have a pretty good. He led the league in assists.
We've been talking about Harris's contract now for the last 2 years. It makes 37. You want to pay Harden $50 million for the next 4 years?
No, I don't. But listen to my.
Well, you had no choice. It's you pay him or you don't.
Why can't we get him? Maybe talk him into.
He's not going to do anything.
So you
less.
think he's going to? He wants.
No,
he
no.
wants him back.
Here's the deal. I guarantee you. Here's how the conversation went last summer. Maury, when him and Harden sat down for their wine on the porch on 4th of July weekend last summer, when they sat down, he said, "Look, take less money this year. Give me a chance to build a team. If you don't like it, you could opt out of your contract and go get your big money elsewhere." And that was the handshake agreement.
Exactly.
But wait, I'm not. And by the way, no stretch of the imagination am I sticking up for Harden.
Right.
Like I think I'm leaning on the side where I want him to walk, because we saw how like inept he was. But he did 2 of those games at N7. He scored more than 40 points.
Yeah, but in the other games, he had numerous turnovers.
Takes 4 to win a series.
Yeah,
I get it, but he led the league in assists all year in the regular season.
With an MVP guy, he's throwing the ball to.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to lead the league in assists when you have the MVP,
the best player,
who's leading the league in scoring.
The turnovers and the fact that he's hot and cold, he's inconsistent.
Is what
pisses you guys off.
Yes,
what pisses everybody.
Well, that, and he's another year getting older, and then another year he's going to make fit. You're even thinking of paying him $50 million. So you think there's a lot of
teams out there that are going to pay him a max contract?
All he needs one. It's called Houston. Houston's going to do it.
I can't imagine. I just can't believe it.
There are multiple reports out there that say that he's going back to Houston.
He's going to Houston.
The only caveat is, I know there's other people who reported that, basically that Harden. So here's what I have heard and read. Harden apparently is trying to leverage different situations to get the maximum dollar he can this offseason.
Do you hear the key word? Dollar. $50 million.
He doesn't care about winning.
Exactly. And that's what concerns me the most. Because look at what I know deep down inside that Schwarber wants to win. He doesn't want to hit 166.
No,
he's not producing.
He wants to win.
Yeah, he's angry. He's upset when
Harden
something bad happens.
You don't get that impression that Harden wants to win.
And that's why you don't hire a guy like Nick Nurse if you're expecting to just be a 500 or better team.
Right.
You're hiring a guy like Nick Nurse because you said Doc Rivers couldn't get us over the hump. So now we got to get someone who's been over the hump recently.
And you heard Billy Wendell. There's a lot of people that think the same way, that my brother included, that Joel Embiid isn't a winner. He's not a champion.
Well, guess what? Nobody's a winner until they win.
Right.
Jordan was a loser. Remember, he kept losing to the Pistons and Celtics every year. Shaq, he was a loser before he got Phil Jackson. Paul Pierce was a loser before Doc Rivers.
His time's running out.
LeBron was a loser before he got to Miami.
Nick Nurse is a very good coach, guys. Okay. You know what else he's very good at? Getting in guys' faces.
Well,
when you need to get in someone's face, he's in your, because that was the one complaint coming out of Toronto. But he said, "I am who I am." Okay, and he's proved to be a winner.
So he doesn't care if he offends anybody.
And if you're doing something wrong,
little personalities.
You heard him in one of the clips that we have. You're going to hear him say, we have to work on stuff, we work on stuff.
Let's get to the first clip. We're going to talk. This is Nurse checks all the boxes. That basically, this is why he was hired.
It's Daryl Morey who's talking, by the way.
Let me ask you this, Carlin. What's Nurse's best strength? Is
Defense.
he better?
Defense.
So you think
No
he'll
doubt.
get it? You think he'll get through to these guys to play better defense?
He's going to play better defense. You're going to play different defense. Okay. It's so easy to play man-to-man, or you see a team go to a zone for a couple minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what he'll do? He has no problem. He'll go back to high school. He'll go by, if someone's going off on someone, he'll do a box and one.
Okay.
He'll do a triangle and two. I mean, he changes up stuff that you got.
You know what he also does? He lets his start players play a lot of minutes.
That was my next thing with Embiid. You know how we give him the 2 minutes before every quarter and all that?
What about his load management, Mike?
Well, remember, he had Kawhi in Toronto.
He's big with playing starters.
But not just starters, but other side of the coin. They load managed Kawhi excellently. He knew exactly how to manage that guy's minutes in the regular season to make sure he was ready to go in the postseason. Because Toronto don't win that championship without Kawhi.
All right, we're getting a little on. When we come back, let's get rapid fire with some of these some clips from the press conference with Nick Nurse as the new head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. For over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's the landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City. With the most competitive prices around, Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, a wedding, you have the 4th of July's coming up. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. Circle Liquors delivers. Circle Liquor Store delivers now. So give them a call. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar. It's got 18 big screen TVs, daily specials. They're open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. When you get down there, say hello to Renee and Kim, the bartenders. Thursday night is wing night, $1 wings, $2.50 domestic drafts, live music every Friday night. If you want to book a private party, give Dave Lavari a call at 609-628-2225. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The NBA Finals on ESPN Radio.
Jokic scores! 27, 10, and 14.
The Denver Nuggets continue to roll, winning Game 1 at home. Can they make it 2 straight? Or will Jimmy Butler and the Heat bounce back to tie the series up at 1? The Finals, Game 2 of the Nuggets and Heat, presented by Indeed. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Listen to the NBA Finals exclusively on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest. Come on.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Gentle with the nail trimmers. You mustn't nip the quick.
Short-staffed. Marco needs to fetch some.
There, scruffy to fluffy.
He needs a groomer that will be the bark of the town.
Please hold. Has anyone groomed a chinchilla before?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Penny. I want to remind people at the bottom of the arrow, it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Seattle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. We're going to talk with Captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. Like, Mike, you even said to me during the break that that name David Funk resonates. You know that's Beach Patrol.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not a big beach guy and doing this.
Right.
I love it. I love going to watch, but there's names that just every sport that stick out.
Right.
And in this, I was like, the Funk, David Funk. I said, he's got a brother, right? Andrew or something.
Father was a
You
great
always hear
rower.
those two taking first. Whether it's row or this is how.
Numerous
To me, I'm
championships.
very excited to hear about him, to give him his prompts. Because you don't. It's like anything. You don't get to that level with some hard working going on.
And we'll be broadcasting definitely we'll be at the Margate Memorials this year and the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. And then we'll be hearing from former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane, at about 11:40. All right, let's get back to the Sixers. Let's play the second clip here where it's a nurse accepting more out of the players.
Mm-hmm.
You mean communicating with the players?
Yes, communicating with the players. Sorry, John.
For those who don't know, Billy has a way of verbalizing things.
Changing it up.
He just changes it on me, and I have no idea what he'll be talking about, so I have to decipher it.
I was bad last night. I didn't read your email, and I
Well,
should have set this up
Here,
with you earlier.
Nick Nurse, he was asked about communicating with the players, and this was his answer.
What he's
No
saying?
true words
What he's
spoken.
saying in a very nice way. I don't take any BS.
my way.
If I got
Yeah, but no,
if I
but-
got to sit down with a player one-on-one, he said, or as a team, he'll do it.
Like
An improvement.
communication's essential. What do players want? They want a manager or
Guide
coach
me in the right direction.
that doesn't do anything behind their back or
Doesn't go through the media.
Doesn't go through the
get
media.
Something said.
And Nick Nurse, I mean, so he said the right thing there, but that's how he coaches.
That's how he is. He's very in the face.
So it means
gets it done.
Hey, it's going to be my way or the highway, or is it
No,
more-
I think it goes back to, so you guys ever hear the story about Phil Jackson when he went to the Lakers for the first time? When Shaquille O'Neal did not want Phil Jackson with the Lakers.
right?
But the Lakers told Shaq, look, just meet with the guy, talk to him. So Phil Jackson invites him out to his ranch out in the middle of nowhere. And Shaq's like, why am I out here?
Montana.
Montana, right. And Phil and him had a long conversation. And he got Shaq to understand where he was coming from. He said, listen, just give me a chance. Coming in the best shape of your life. I will make you an MVP. I will make you a champion. And Shaq came in that training camp, the best shape he ever was, won an MVP, won a championship, because Phil Jackson convinced him, look, I can be that guy. And I think maybe that's what Nurse is in some ways saying. Look, if you let me talk to these guys, if you let me sit down with them, I can get them.
I'll win them over.
Board.
I'll win them over.
But does he want Harden? No one tells me yes.
Yeah, we don't. Well,
does he want?
He
Harden?
said.
That's the key.
There was also a part of this press conference when he asked directly, "Do you want Harden back?" And
we got that audio.
All right, we can do that real quick. You know what because to me, if you really want somebody, you're going to say you're automatically go yes. But he didn't say that.
Jump through the
He
of
didn't
course
say that.
He want him back.
No, he didn't say that. He went. He's a great player.
Yeah, that's his way of being nice.
See,
you know that he is a great player. Of course he would be. Right. But the follow-up question, would you be very happy to come back at $50 million for 4 years?
But does he really want them? He said he'd be
No,
happy.
he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Because
He's not gonna
you
say
mentioned,
that,
Billy, that in Toronto, he played his guys a lot.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam led the NBA in minutes played per game the last 2 years. Do you think James Harden is going to put in that many minutes per game all regular season long?
No.
There's your answer.
All right, so we have one last one. We have one last one, Josh, where it says Nick Nurse points out why he took the job.
About the owner and the
GM.
Yeah, so he was asked about, so why exactly did you take this job was the question. And as he was saying this, he points next to him to Daryl Morey and Josh Harris.
So he made it very clear. He came back not so much for the team. He came back for Embiid. I mean, you always come back for an MVP guy, but he came back because he relies on the two most important guys other than the coach.
Yeah,
the GM and the owner.
Here's the hierarchy. Okay, and it's first of all, he picked Embiid over Giannis. He picked Embiid over Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So that's one thing. Keep in mind. Then he picked Daryl Morey over all the other GMs in the league because he was in the running for the Bucks job. He was in the running for the Suns job. He took his name out of both of them so he could be the Sixers head coach. Then the owner. The Suns owner, people are wondering, is he a George Steinbrenner psycho over there in Phoenix? Because remember, he fired Monty Williams because he didn't like him as a person.
Right.
Like, I mean, who fires somebody? I don't like you. Get out of my house.
Crazy.
You know,
and everybody else loves him. And he don't like him, but everybody else loves him.
And then the Bucks ownership, for those who don't know, so they have a rotating management structure. So like every few years, the managing partner changes. So if you get hired by the guy who's in charge now,
you might not.
Who says in 3-4 years you get fired by the other guy?
Let's real quick. I want to talk about the NBA championship going on right now. The Nuggets are up 1 game to nothing against Miami.
You asked me coming in before off the air.
Yeah.
You said, "Give me one word. What I think this conference is."
Right.
And I said, "They're just too big.
They're just too big.
Denver's just too.
Denver's too big.
The matchups are just. Bad.
You know what, Jokic? He's. I can't. He looks like he's. I get the impression he wants to win. Just looking at him.
Oh, no doubt.
Right?
No doubt. But more importantly, he does everything to win. He doesn't care if he doesn't score.
Right.
Points.
He said
in the first half, he had like his first couple points with seconds left.
Yes.
Okay. But he had 10 rebounds already, 11 assists already. And when you look at him passing as a big man, he never, when you watch the game, Billy, he never makes a bad pass. It's never you see a guy have to go out of his way to catch it. It's spot on, right to their hands.
He doesn't put the ball in the
in
court,
motion,
shooting.
shooting.
How many times did Embiid put the ball down and get it stripped?
Yeah,
because he
never
he's
happens
double
with
team.
him.
Like Jokic. Like here's another thing that you pointed out to me, Mike, and I'm looking at the box score. They didn't shoot one. The starters didn't shoot 1 free throw.
Yeah, no,
not one.
The whole
Miami
team
Heat
only took 2
Yeah,
for a
Miami
whole
Heat had a
game,
career low,
and the starters didn't take one.
One.
And what we talked about,
They couldn't get it
on any level.
Were they
they're-
afraid
they're
to
a-
go to the?
Josh knows they're a shooting team. They got
Mm-hmm.
they got 4 or 5 guys that can shoot threes with
Right.
their eyes closed. When you're not hitting, you may go a quarter or two, but sooner or later the coach says to you, guys, get to the foul line. Meaning you got to go to the rim. You got to get fouled.
But if you said they're just too big and strong, then maybe he can't go. They know that they're out.
They can't get to the rim.
Right.
That's exactly the point. And if
and
you look,
really quick, it's not because Jokic plays good defense, because he doesn't.
no.
It's because it was the other guys on the team
all around them.
You could argue Aaron Gordon might be the best weak side defender in the NBA.
At 6'10",
you know,
and you got Porter.
but that's
on
the
other
point.
side.
You can win a championship with a big man, Mike. Right?
Well,
you just need to put him the right people around him.
By the way, they shut Butler down. I mean, he only had 13 points.
But it wasn't Jokic.
No, it wasn't.
And that's the point. To me, the Nuggets in the NBA Finals are an example of how you can win a championship with Embiid. And the key is Jokic never got to an NBA Finals without Jamal Murray, without Michael Porter Jr., without Bruce Brown, without Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, without Aaron Gordon. Any one of those guys individually, not important.
Okay, so
but as a collective, you put the right people around your superstar.
So with if you just put the two teams together right now, forget Harden.
Right.
You have Embiid and you got the Joker. I'm going to say 1A, 1A.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you Murray, and I'm going to say slightly ahead of Maxey, but I'm going to say they're both about the
They're
same.
both similar, yeah.
Who are the next two for Denver? Who are the next two for the Sixers that match up?
And that's the problem.
Here you go. There you go, right there. You cannot win with just 2 players next year.
Right. You have to have at least. You have to have 3.
You have to have
three or
other
4.
guys.
You got to have other.
But I think
and
the
not just other
Sixers'
guys,
problem,
role
they were
guys.
just so inconsistent.
I think Miami caught on with a good run, and
So
are they really better than
Mike,
the? Do you
Celt-
really think Miami's better than the Boston Celtics?
No.
No, me either.
I think
don't.
we're better than both of those teams.
I
Let
think
me- so-
Miami is a bad matchup for teams like the Knicks.
Let
and
me
the
ask you this
Celtics.
question, Mike. Did the Sixers, because of their inconsistent play, lose it, or because Celtics were that much better than the Sixers?
I think a little bit of both. I think the Celtics are a little better, and I think the Sixers just didn't play good. You can't rely on the one guy.
Well,
That's it. But Denver's extremely. Denver wins tomorrow night. It's over in 4. I don't think
so?
Miami will win again.
And how about Miami, man? The Florida Panthers are in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Going out to Vegas now, right?
Yeah, and
Who you rooting for, Billy? Come on.
You got to root.
You know what? I got to go
tonight. You
I
gotta make
go
a
like-
pick.
I don't like either one of those.
I gotta
teams.
go with Vegas just because
I'm going
of our
with
boy,
Vegas, baby.
Our boy Dave.
Because Dave Sherpan.
Yeah,
the
gotta go
sportsbook
with Dave.
consigliere.
See, I'm going with Vegas
Me
because
too.
I like their team. I
Yeah.
think I love Marcia So. I love all those guys out there.
How about that for
Stone? I mean, those guys just have an attitude. They want to win. They're passionate.
I was doing a lot of business in Vegas
Really?
the year that they started out there.
Right.
Okay. And the joke was, if you ever, I don't know what the percentage was, but let's say they play 40 home games. If you remember that year, they
Yeah.
won like 33.
Yeah.
Like they won every. And the joke was, every team that comes in the night before,
They're all out partying.
they're out in Vegas for the first time. They
Vegas,
show up-
baby.
Yeah, they just show up the next day like, yeah, we're here to play a game, but who cares?
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, a wedding, a 4th of July party. Let Chet and staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver at Circle Liquor Store in Somers Point, New Jersey. Hey, a new wind is blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll start the Beach Patrol report. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll look back at the Phillies weekend against the Nationals. Eagles OTAs continue. We've got football at 4. The Sixers offseason is getting close. We'll take a preview of that and the NBA Finals. All that and more Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again and again. Call Lenigan, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
We got Verizon 5G home internet. It's from Verizon. Safe choice, right?
Well, some things that look great end up being not so great.
Like the time you bought a shrimp roll from a gas station.
Or when you bought that used sports car.
What about when we got Billy that drum set?
The point is, Verizon 5G home internet sounded great,
but turned out to be something else. And we deserve fast, reliable internet. We deserve Xfinity.
Switch to Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com/Verizon 5G Facts. Now through June 21st, get started with 200 megabit per second Xfinity internet with Wi-Fi equipment included. It's all just $25 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. You can save up to $600 in your first 2 years over Verizon. Go to Xfinity.com/Verizon 5G Facts. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Compares Xfinity Connect More to Verizon 5G home plan.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning. Now, it's every summer we do the Beach Patrol report throughout the summer, and we report on the races. But in the beginning, before the races start, we try to talk to as many captains, chiefs, lieutenants throughout the South Jersey to get a sense of what's up and coming in their respective towns. So we started last week with Chief Kip Ebick and Brigantine. Now we're going further south. We're going to get down to Ventnor City, and let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room Captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. Good morning, David Funk.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Dave, I know when I hear your voice, it's summertime, baby.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year. Good time to be in South Jersey.
Listen, I got to tell you, we're so excited. We're going to be able to do the Margates and the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. We'll be able to broadcast them live. I'm amazed at the competitiveness, the just the overall the racing, the excitement that it generates. And you guys all work really hard at your craft, but it's something when you can win and represent your city to win a race. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all the guards who train all the season long, stay in shape to compete, first compete in their own towns, and then try to compete out of town against other patrols. It's twofold. You know, the guards are staying in shape first and foremost to protect the bathing public that they're getting paid to do, and having the opportunity to compete. We have a lot of athletes from many different sports who are lifeguards, and a lot of the races in the summer give that opportunity, whether it's running, swimming, paddling, rowing. So it's great. It's a great display of athletic ability among all the beach patrols all summer long.
We're talking with captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. And Dave, talk to us a little bit about what's going on down there in Ventnor right now. You get your rookie test right now?
Yeah, so today we have we're having our test. We had a large number of applicants, so we've actually stretched it out to 2 days for the test, today and tomorrow. And yeah, we've got a lot of good applicants. Looks like there's a good athletic group of kids taking the test. So it's looking pretty good.
Hey, Dave, it's Michael. I got a quick question for you. This is like my first year getting to know all about the lifeguard races and stuff like that. But I just want to give you a little kudos that in every sport, there's names that people know about whether you watch the sport or not. You just know. You hear them about it all the time. And when Billy was telling me that you were going to be on, Dave, I said, "Oh, I know that." I said, "He's got a brother or a couple brothers." I think I got Andrew. I said, "He's a name that I attracted to right away."
As a casual observer of the
it's just a casual guy, and that's a compliment to you, because like any sport, you got to put the time in and to work to get to that level. So first, I just want to say you're doing all the right things. The second thing is, what would you be known for the person that doesn't know all the different towns, Ocean City, Vent? Are certain guys known for their strength? Like, are you guys swimmers, rowers, a little bit of both? That's my one question. And the other question is, when you're having these tryouts, let's just say you got a stud that's on a boat for the last 3-4 years, but someone comes out of nowhere. Do we bounce that guy off, or are you one that believes like the veteranship, like he's been here long enough, done it, I want to keep going with him?
Great questions. First, I mean, as far as the testing goes, we test all the kids. As far as what you're known for, I mean, each beach patrol, over the course of the years of competing, might be known to have like deep in rowing or deep with good swimmers. But, I was never a top tiered swimmer. I developed into being a decent rower and representing the beach patrol. And I think all the guards that represent their individual towns out of town in those big races, they've put in the work, they put in the effort, and they've earned the right to compete. And when somebody new comes along, or I say new but younger, if they develop, the skill and compete and put in the hard work, it's going to pay off. I mean, I didn't just show up to the beach one day and all of a sudden started representing the town. I had to put in years of work of getting beat, actually questioning whether I even wanted to do it or not, and just kept grinding away at it. And then, if you're around long enough and you stick with it long enough, you can get a lot on your belt and just some longevity. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to still compete. I still enjoy it, though not as aggressively as I have in the past, because life takes over. Yeah. My family, my kids are number one, and nothing will come in between that. And, but it's nice to still have the opportunity to compete. And I think watching other guards come up and compete, I've competed in a lot of races.
And won a lot of races.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was a coach of high school rowing, and I said one day it'd be cool to see some of you guys at the starting line, and I'm well past that now. and it's really cool to still compete, and put yourself in at that level. There's a lot of great athletes out there, man. I'm really impressed with what I've seen in some of the younger guards. A lot of raw strength and talent, and a lot of people's names who you remember from the past.
We're talking with captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. I know you're running the test, so we'll let you go, Dave. But real quick, hey man, the racing season's it's upon us, man. July 7th will be your first test at the Captain Michael McGrath Memorials in Longport. That'll knock the rust off.
Yeah, it's funny you say. I mean, July 7th, it's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah.
It seems like once July 4th weekend hits, it's like the light switch goes, and it's a fast 5 weeks or 6 weeks of summer once the races start. But it's exciting. It's a good build-up. There's a lot of competition leading up to the last 2 races, or last 3 races if you count the Goudies to the season. So I'm sure all the guards are training hard and working hard, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, Dave, listen, I want to thank you so much. Mike, Dave Funk has been great. Like when he wins a race and I go up there to, he's spent. Yeah, he's breathing heavy. He just gets out of the water. I go, yo, Dave, give me a second. And you're generous and gracious with me, Dave. Give me access to you guys when you get out of the water. I really appreciate it. Look forward to covering all the races this year.
Well, you guys have helped bring that lifeguard racing. You help get it west of the Parkway, I guess you could say. So it's awesome. The turnouts are great, and it's awesome. It's good stuff.
All right, David Funk. We'll see you. We'll see you this summer, baby.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, there he is, David Funk on the Maserati of the Mainline Sports Hotline. Let's go right back to the hotline and talk with former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, our correspondent, Lieutenant John McShane. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Bill. How you doing?
John, I guess you're down there at the Ocean City lifeguard test. They're having their test today. How many guards is Ocean City taking this year?
Not sure about that. I had a few words with Operations Chief Becker prior to the test. He was pretty busy, but they're still waiting, I think, to hear from some people on whether they're returning or not. They had about 38 to 40 candidates try out. And as Dave Funk was alluding to earlier, it is quite a challenge. If you're taking the test today somewhere in South Jersey, you really want this job bad because the conditions along the coast are absolutely unbelievable.
Really?
The wind's blowing about 25 out of the northeast, straight down the beach. It is pure chop the whole way out. I mean, it's as rough as an ocean as you're going to find.
Wow.
But the Ocean City, Chief Becker mentioned that they're doing a couple of events today. They did the swim, they did the 2 mile run. 1 mile run, and they're going to do the paddleboard, surf dash rescue, and also an erg test. So there's 5 events that they're going to go through today.
And it's a pretty rigorous test for these applicants trying to make the beach patrol. John, I'm just wondering, and I want to get your take on this. We talk about it every year. A lot of the beach patrols you're starting to see more paddle boards than boats on the beach. But I think Ocean City's probably going to try to change that, get back to the boat. Is that correct?
Yeah, they are. They have a program set up that if the lifeguard is interested, returning or a new guard, they go through a dry land course on boat handling, and then they put them in the water, and then they're going to keep a number of boats on the beach. A number of alumni, and I can say myself included, have offered our boats, our expertise to Chief Becker and these young men and women. If they want some extra time, we're going to be willing to pitch in and help them to develop some of their skills. Because you had mentioned the races, and they're coming up. That's right, July 7th. We have the Longports, and we also have the Cape May County races.
John, we call that the AFC NFC because
NFC, right.
The Longport Memorials are pretty much for Atlantic County, right? And Cape May County has theirs. So every team in Cape May County, it's on the same night. So I can't be both places. I usually cover the Longports and send either Jack Brooks or John McShane down to the Cape Mays, and so we'll report on that. But like Dave Funk said, once it's a 6-week schedule, it's every Friday, man. It's great.
Bill, I'm looking at the first week alone. So you have 2 races on the 7th. You have the Women's Longport Invitational on July 11th. You have the Brigantine races on July 13th. Besh and Callahan's on Friday the 14th. So it just really gets going quick. You have the women's race in Ocean City on the 19th, and the Cape May Point Women's Challenge on the 26th. Now, these are all races. They're not attended by every patrol, but there's a lot of different patrols. For instance, like Brigantine has always invited guys from up north, the Harvey Cedars and Ship Bottoms and Lavalettes of the world come down for that. And there's a lot of events in those races that we're not going to see later in the summer. You know, as you mentioned, we get into the big 3,
right?
The Hoffmans, the Margates, and the Jerseys. They go back to sort of the basics of rowing and swimming, although the Hoffmans have a couple different events. But like the Cape May County races, you have a running race, you have a box swim, you have some paddleboard events. And the women's event in Cape May Point, that also includes a paddleboard, some running, and some swimming as well. You have things like paddleboard relays, surf dash relays. Dave was alluding to the athletic ability of the men and women who try out for these jobs. This is a great opportunity in these early races for them to demonstrate those skills, because it is more than just swimming and rowing. You have to be able to run. You have to be able to handle a paddleboard. Bill, I maybe see this someday when we have jet ski races or the wave runner races, the rescues. You know, that day may be coming. But by the 18th or the 28th of July, and I don't even want to talk about the end of July because summer's shot.
Yeah.
That's when things sort of settle down, and there's basically a race every Friday night. And as you mentioned, we'll be broadcasting the Margates and the Jerseys live on the radio. So one last point before I go. I know you guys are probably pressed for time.
Yes.
Dave mentioned that it takes maybe a few years to get into the swing of things to where you can be very competitive out of town. And I always remember our guy here, Ron Kirk, who was a tremendous out of town rower. It took Ron a couple of years to even get through the Ocean City heats and challenges before he got to race out of town. And then once he did, he was probably every bit as good as anybody else in the South Jersey region in rowing, doubles and singles.
Well, I got to tell you, experience, I don't care what sport it is, Mike Carlin, whether it's the NBA, NHL, college, NFL football, experience is so
veterans
important,
and experience,
right?
Yep.
All right, John. All right, John McShane, we're going to let you roll. We really appreciate you taking time for us today, and we'll talk to you next week.
You got it. Take care.
There he is, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol and current member of the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association, John McShane, on the Maserati Mainline Sports Hotline. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. The friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, a wedding? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Somers Point, New Jersey. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, interleague rivals go head-to-head at Dodger Stadium.
Judge swinging, drive, deep left field, way out of here.
Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees continue a West Coast trip in Los Angeles, where they'll face Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers.
Freeman, center field. Out of here.
The New York Yankees at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Reds. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or RedsJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. The glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City is celebrating with a bang for our 5th birthday celebration. This summer, Ocean will be giving away over $5 million in gifts and prizes for Ocean Rewards members to celebrate. The celebration doesn't stop there. Experience weekly fireworks shows every Friday in July, our exclusive birthday bar, and headline entertainment including Ice Cube and Matt Rife. Go to Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City to celebrate our 5th birthday this summer. For the full lineup, visit theoceanac.com/5. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning. Last week I had Randazzo's. I stopped in to see Joe Pop and Mary Ann. I'll tell you what, I love the cheesesteak wrap that they got down there. He puts the habanero in there for me. Delicious.
I can't wait till I'm not allowed to order it until after the summer because it's just if one person had it, they'd lose money. But that cheesesteak pizza, that's the best thing they make.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I want to remind you of an up-and-coming charity event on Saturday, June 17th. Tara's Happy Boxes fundraiser benefiting local children. It's from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Tickets are $25. They include entry, food, and entertainment. For more information, contact Tara Cioli at 609-415-8398 or send her an email, tarashappyboxes@gmail.com. Also want to send a shout out to Johnny Griner, a Burger Realty. If you're looking for a place, Johnny can hook you up. A Burger Realty can. They do a great job.
Got you a place.
Got me a place. Do we miss anything today, Carlin? Josh?
No, I think we did everything. We didn't. You know what?
We didn't talk any Eagles.
I was going to say we never talked the Eagles.
But you know what? I like to give it a break for a little bit. I mean, they're in OTAs, but they're walking through. Josh, I know I'm old school. Get off my lawn. But these OTAs, I mean, you get to see the guys out there, but they're not doing anything other than walk. They're going through the motions.
Yeah, but I think you're minimizing it.
Well, it's all they're getting physically, like they're keeping
I guess they're doing a lot of running.
They're getting to know
stretching.
each other.
They're getting to know each other.
Right,
You know,
that's
it's
the
like
biggest
Jason Kelsey's gonna have a new guard next to him this year. He's got to get used to the different guys who might be next to him this year. You have a guy like Sean Desai as the new defensive coordinator. The guys need to get used to him, you know, talking to them about different things. You want to get Jalen Hurts another year out there with his offensive weapons.
One thing I did notice, the Kobe Dean, he's a small guy, man. He's like cut out like Sam Mills. Remember Sam Mills?
Yeah. Well, Sam Mills was a missile though. And so was the Kobe Dean.
Number was 55, if I remember.
Sam Mills.
Yeah.
And the
Played
Kobe
for the
Dean's
Jersey
wearing number
Generals
17,
before
I
that.
think.
Yeah. And the
Hey.
Kobe Dean, apparently, according to reports, is already taking over the locker room. He's already walking around and running the place.
See, Carl, this goes back to what he comes across. He played at Georgia.
Yeah.
They won 2 national
He's
championships.
used to winning. Right.
He's used to winning. He's got a standard.
Yeah. And he knows the better the team plays and the better he plays.
So he could probably
the more
those
money they
Georgia
make.
Bulldogs
It's all
can
about
walk
money.
into the locker room with like their chest out.
Yeah.
Because they have 2 rings.
Well, the other thing is the Kobe Dean ran the locker room in Georgia too. And the
Hey.
coaching staff has encouraged him to take over here.
Does Miami tie it up 1-1? What do you think, Bill? Josh?
Nah, they'll lose tomorrow night, and then they'll probably win game 3.
All right, great job. I want to thank Billy Werndell for checking in. I want to thank David Funk, captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, and, of course, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane. Josh Henning is always outstanding. Same with you, Mike Carlin. I would love having you in here.
Tomorrow in the locker room.
Tomorrow in the locker room.
Big
Where
day.
it's a Sunday with the Chief Craig Berube will be joining us. We'll get you to send text message or a phone call. Ask Chief. If you want to talk with Chief, send us a text at 609-403-0973. Looking forward to that. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great Saturday night, and I'll see you tomorrow in here in the locker room on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.